Well, hello everybody. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. So Merry Christmas to you, Happy Hanukkah, and to those that don't celebrate Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope you all had a great time. This video I've been working on for a couple days, and it's simply going to be a flight. We're going to use 6 different aircraft in X-Plane 11, some stockware and payware aircraft from X-Plane 10, and we're going to fly to 3 different airports in the state of Hawaii. We're going to go our first flight from Honolulu to Hilo, and then we're going to go Hilo to Waimea-Kohala airport, and then we'll fly back and forth a little bit, and our final flight will be from Hilo back to Honolulu. So this is definitely going to be probably a 2 cup of coffee flight, so hope you enjoy it and welcome aboard. And we're starting out with the IXEG 737 Classic. I'm still learning this airplane, and you'll find that during this flight it'll be pretty easy to tell which aircraft I've flown before and which ones I haven't flown at all or not very much. And to put it simply, some of my landings aren't the prettiest. Didn't handle the wind, crosswinds too well in this situation, but hey, it's all fun, and that's what it's all about. So sit back and enjoy, and we'll get these flights going. And as you can see, it's an absolutely gorgeous day on Honolulu. Off in the distance area, you can see Diamond Head. Yeah, I'm relatively new to this airplane. I've got a lot to learn about it. It flies beautifully. It's got many systems that I'm not really used to that aren't in many of the other aircraft that I've flown, because those of you that have seen my videos know that I'm pretty much an old piston bounder flyer, but starting to pull myself into the jet age. But I still do love my pistons and turboprops. Oh yes, thank you. My dear sweet co-pilot just brought me my first cup of hot Joe, so this pilot is ready to get going. Oh yeah. Yep. That hits the spot. And traffic looks good, so we'll get ready to pull out here on the runway. After we cross this one, and we'll get to our next one. And here we go, runway 24 right. Get things here, get everything set up, get our trim set. And it's supposed to be at 3.4 for takeoff. There we go. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay, brakes on, final checks, flaps in takeoff position, run the engines up. hit 40% and hit the toga button. Get ready to go, baby doll. Get this bird in the air. And we're off. Our IXEG 737 is airborne. Gear up and we'll get flaps up here fairly shortly. You know, one thing about the 737 is you're constantly trimming, so it's nice to have the autopilot and let it do all that continuous trimming to keep this aircraft at proper angles and levels. And we can wave and say goodbye to Diamond Head as we head off to Hilo. And say goodbye to our 737. Now we're in the X-Aviation Mitsubishi MU-2B. This is a turboprop twin engine. Another very nice airplane to fly. I've always liked this airplane. Very fast and very nimble turboprop. That's Hilo International there. We'll be coming in to land here shortly. on our base leg now into Hilo International. Way up in the distance there. Ready to turn into final. Make sure here we land on the runway and not the taxiway, although it has been known to happen. We're down. Let the nose come down. Hit the reversers, and we'll get her slowed down. Better watch where I'm going. Don't want to be running off into the grass now. Okay. And we'll head down. Got the flaps coming up. We'll head down here to our parking area and get ready for a quick turnaround. Okay, parking brake set. So, we'll get ready for our next jaunt, which will take us from Hilo to Waimea-Kohala. So, we'll get things set up here and ready to go. Like I said, quick turnaround. We're going to get ready to get out of here. One thing that's very interesting and very nice about the MU-2 is the fact that with the power-to-weight ratio of this airplane, these engines with the turboprops and the reversers can stop extremely fast on short runways, and it also has the capability of taking off very quickly. And we're going to show you just how we do that in this takeoff. So, enjoy. Yeah, it looks like we've got a King Air out there getting ready to take off. He'll be turning around here onto the runway pretty quick, and he'll be on his way. But he's going to use a lot more runway than we're going to. We're going to cross this runway and move over to another one. Okay, he's not coming down, so we'll just take off from right here. And you'll get to see how we do short runway takeoffs. Brakes locked, throttles up, and we're on our way. And we're up. Nothing to it. Hope I didn't make you too noisy. Nervous. Can't even talk. Yeah, we're on our way to Waimea. Which is only 39 nautical miles from Hilo. But there's a big mountain right between the two. So we're going to end up going around that mountain. So it makes the trip a little bit longer. that is the mountain I was talking about. See that it looks like the ground is coming up to meet us there on our little meter there. And if I let the autopilot keep flying, it'll run us right into the mountain. So we're gonna take over and fly most of this manually. But first, we're going to switch to the Coronado B1900, another twin-engine turboprop. Excellent flying airplane. approaching the runway here shortly. And there's the airfield off to the left. So, take a little drink from my second cup of Joe. And then we'll think about getting this airplane on the ground safely. Coming down. And over the fence, across the threshold, looking good, and we picked up this little gust of wind here. That crosswind, and we're down, but at least we got all the tires on the runway, so no worries. And we'll get this airplane slowed down. It's always interesting to me to hear the different designers and developers of these aircraft and the sounds that they're able to generate and how they all differ a little bit. Very unique and quite excellent, actually. So we'll get our aircraft pulled off the runway here and get her parked. And once again, get ready for another quick turnaround. Park and brake off. Oh, how wonderful. X-Plane 11 Beta has crashed. So unfortunately I can't look at any outside looks of our landing, which may be a good thing since it wasn't one of my better landings. And we'll get ready to restart X-Plane and get back. So we're going to start off with our reboot with the Bombardier Challenger 300. This is a twin jet engined business style jet, and we'll get her going here. We're going to fly out of Waimea back to Hilo. One of the things I wanted to do with this group of flights was kind of to highlight some of these aircraft that we have in X-Plane 10 that actually fly quite well, work as advertised in X-Plane 11, and to also fly a couple of the stock aircraft of X-Plane 11 and to see how they work, and you'll be able to see some of the changes that have been made to make the stock aircraft better. But right now we're going to take our Challenger 300 and get her ready to fly. And it looks like we're about ready to move. Yeah, one of the things I did find out is that in all these different aircraft, those that are equipped with FMCs, and even they all operate a little bit differently. And so I'm trying to learn the little nuances of each of these FMCs, and so far it's been quite interesting, but I know I've still got a lot to learn. But that is one of the things I thoroughly enjoy about these sims and the sim flying, is to learning the new aircraft, learning systems that I'm not used to. A lot different than the days when I was in the Air Force and messing around with a lot of different equipment. So we'll get up here and get ready to go. Take off from runway 4. This will be the first time I ever flew this particular aircraft. Here we go. Don't ask me what a center line is. I don't think I've ever found one. Yeah, we're up. good-looking executive jet. Ah, that's good, Hotel Charlie. And all these airplanes have a different autopilot system, so I'm trying to learn those, and just to try to get these aircraft to go where I want them to. I can hand fly them real easy, that's not a problem, but you know, and this being a short flight, I could do it, but I try to use the systems because it's the only way to learn. But there's that big mountain again. So we're going to switch over to the X-Plane stock Cessna 172. They did some really nice things with the renderings in this airplane, the gauges and everything. It's a very, very nice improvement from the stock X-Plane 10 172. Nice flying little airplane. So we're going to take that on into the Hilo International. And as you can see, it's getting late in the day. And as you can tell, we're on approach into the runway. Nice smooth landing. again, welcome to Hilo. Okay, so now we're into the stock McDonnell Douglas MD-80, and we're gonna get ready to take off from Hilo and head back to Honolulu International. And then once again, this is going to be a first time ever takeoff and flying of this jet. Hopefully the takeoff will go as well as my Challenger 300 takeoff. Smooth and easy. Although those of you that have watched some of my presentations have seen how, like with the 737, my very first attempted flight with that did not go so well. And I did learn a drastic and important lesson about overspeeding flaps and learning the aircraft systems before trying to fly. Because the takeoff was good. That was about the only thing that went well. And it was only half good. So, hopefully things will go better today. Yeah, once again, it's a complete, from the Challenger 300, it's a completely different FMC. And the autopilot's completely different. So, I'm still learning a lot about both systems. Okay. Taking off from runway 26. And here we go. And once again, we'll run the engines up to about 40% and hit the toga button. And life should be good. Auto throttle is on. Alright, let's get going here. And that was an oops. I hit the toga before I'd run up the engine, so it just slammed them forward. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Okay. We're just about up. There we go. Alright, everybody, wave goodbye to Hilo. Be on our way back to Honolulu. That stall gauge is not lit up. That's just the sun glinting off it. That's why. Yeah, so we don't worry about that one. We got plenty of airspeed. But, as you can tell, I'm having problems getting the airplane to go where I want because this autopilot system is completely different than the others I've used. And so I'm still playing with it. So, here we are back in the Bombardier Challenger 300 to finish our flight to Honolulu. Yeah, let's take them. Oh my goodness, spoilers were up. No good reason for that. Like I said, I've got a lot to learn about these aircraft and the systems. And we're overspeeding here, so we had to slow it down a bit. Hard to throttles. And we're going to do fly by Honolulu International. We'll be making a left turn going out on our downwind. Make another left onto base. And the final left onto final. We'll have a fairly long final. And see if I can get this Challenger 300 landed without breaking anything. Although it's been great fun flying all these different airplanes in such a short period of time. Here we go. And we're going to be running on landing on runway 8 left. So that's it, straight ahead. One of the issues I have is trying to learn still how the reversers actually work on these jets. It's completely different than doing the reversers on my turboprops or even the DC-6 piston engines. So. And we're down. Now to get it slowed down. See, and I've got to learn not to look down, because when I do, I always run off the runway. Oh, that's ugly. So we're down safe back at Honolulu. And we'll get our little business jet parked up here. As I said, it's been great fun flying all these different aircraft and in such a short time. It's been a lot of things to learn, and let's face it, we can all see that I've got a lot more to learn, but it's all in fun. So no worries, none whatsoever. Yeah, we only had one crash of X-Plane 11, so all in all, it's been a good day. The passengers to stop hitting that call button. They're not getting any assistance until after we've stopped. You know how these business types are. So demanding. I do want to thank everybody for watching and taking part in this little experiment of mine. I thoroughly enjoyed bringing it to you, and I hope you'll come back to fly with us again.